how's it going? Welcome back to the Boosted 615 channel. I know it has been quite some time since I've uploaded. I've been finishing up school and just been grinding at that, so I didn't have as much time to put into making videos, but I have something exciting today. As you can see in the background there, I have finally hooked up the new family boat. This is gonna be kind of the bulk of the summer for me, trying to do a little bit of traveling with this boat. Me and a friend of mine are gonna try to do the Tennessee trifecta. We're gonna try to do some of the big lakes in eastern Tennessee, do some big bass fishing and catch some big fish and get some good content. So today, really, we're just gonna go through a quick review and rundown of the new boat and show you guys everything about it. There's a lot of videos about the 175, the Tracker 175s and the 195s all over YouTube, but there's not that many about the 190s, and that's what this is. This is a 2018 Tracker 190TX, and we're gonna run through some of the features, the way it's set up, and then the way that I kind of set it up quickly when I got home. I just got home yesterday, so this is really quick, and yeah, so we'll jump into it. And also, just for the record, if you find yourself asking why I'm not at the lake doing this, I just drove down there and I got a little bit of a late start to the day, and with it being a Sunday and one of the first nice days that they've had up here in Nashville for a while, there was literally everybody that owns a boat, I think, in the Mount Juliet area was down there. There was nowhere to park the truck to do this review, or even really not enough space to get the truck turned around to get the boat in the water. So first things first, you'll notice that this boat is the black exterior, the black diamond coat finish, what they call it, with the matching black Galva Shield protected trailer. Also, I'm going to talk about some things that I do want to change with this boat, but one of the first things will be these wheels. I just want to get something a little bit cooler. I know it's not like obviously a performance part, but something a little bit cooler for the boat would be nice. Maybe some black or something like that. As you can see, plenty of deck space here. Really, you could fish 2 people off of this, no problem. Probably not 3, but 2 people, no problem, be able to cast off of here. Let me jump in the boat. So one of the big things about this boat, and one of the things that I liked so much about it, was the lockable rod locker. So as you see, there is a ton of space here for rods. I've got two of my spinning reels and 2 of my casting reels in here. This one is 7 foot, 6.5, and I think the other 2 are 6.5s or 7s. So plenty of space. There's a little diagram here that shows you how you can fit certain rod variations in there. So really a lot of space, and then even besides rods, there's a lot of space in there for just your extra gear. So that was definitely something that I really liked about this boat when we were looking to get one. And then over here, just like in the 175 and the 195, you have 2 large storage containers. We've got right now just life jackets and kind of the safety. This is kind of the safety equipment locker over here. And then this one is going to be more of like the day locker, you know, tackle, whatever we're using that day. Just maybe the seat pedestals are in there. So just, that one's going to remain empty unless we're pretty much on the boat. Just like I said, just a little day locker area. And as you can see up on here, just a lot of space in this boat. We're moving up from a Stratus, about 16.5 foot boat. That boat had about 11 inches less of a beam, so this one definitely feels a lot wider while you're standing on it, at least to me, because I'm used to the other one. We do have a foot-controlled Minn Kota. This is a 45-pound. This is the one that comes with it. We will be upgrading it very soon to a 70-pound Minn Kota. This is the same, the Minn Kota Edge, with the tapping into the same foot control. We'll come down and look at the seats. The seats are very nice quality in my opinion. They are like a leather kind of vinyl material, but I do like the black and gray inserts. They look really nice, especially with the black exterior of the boat, and matched well. And the middle seat here, as with the 175 and the 195, flips down. Then you have the center seat there, and a little handle down here for everybody to grab onto while you're in the seat. You have your floor drain, 2 cup holders, and then, like I said before, this seat does flip down for a step to get into the back. Underneath the passenger seat, you do have a storage area. We're keeping our flares, whistle, all the essentials that you have to have in there, and then your fire extinguisher also comes in there as well. So that is pretty nice. I do like that. And then under this middle seat, you have the Genius charger that we will be having to upgrade. When we go to a 70 pound, we're gonna have to do another battery, obviously, in the back. So we'll be upgrading this to a 3-bank charger, and we'll just put it in the same location here. And you do get a little bit more space to put other things, so that is nice. There's a pretty good amount of storage on this boat for being a almost 19-foot boat. Now here we have the console, and it is a very nice console. The steering wheel is nice and thick in the areas where you would hold it. It feels like pretty good quality. Some of this is a little plasticky, but we take care of our stuff, so I think it will hold up well. New for 2018 is the reworked gauges. You'll know in the 2017s and below, they had more of a plasticky kind of bezel around here, and then the gauges were a little bit different. So I think it looks really nice, and you can tell here it kind of has like it's plastic, but it kind of has a little textured appearance to it. So I think it's very nice. And while the key is in the ignition, these do light up blue in the background, so I think that's pretty cool. It is nice, and at night I can definitely tell that'll be helpful. Basically over here, it's your simple bilge switch, nav light, and anchor light, and where you put the key in to start the boat. And on this side, you have a 12-volt marine grade plug for charging phones or whatever. Your accessory switch, we'll be talking about that a little bit later. Your aerator for your these are for your 2 live wells, so you have 2 separate sides, aerate and fill and drain. And then your Mercury switches here, trim up and down, which I forgot to mention on the front. It also has trim up and down as well. And then obviously your kill switch here, which you attach to yourself. Oh, and it also has a horn. So that's pretty cool. It does come with a Lowrance Hook 4 unit. Let me go ahead and pop that off. It's an okay unit, for what it is and what it coming with the boat. That's pretty nice, I suppose. I do have a Humminbird Helix 5 with GPS, SI, DI, everything. It's the high-end Helix 5, if you will. So that will be getting moved to here, and then we'll be moving the Lowrance up to the bow for the angler in the front. Now, if we move along to the back, you do have 2 bins here, and as you can see, I have them filled with my Plano boxes, so those fit nicely in there. But they do have a drain in the bottom of this bucket, so you could potentially use this as a cooler. I believe it drains right to the bilge. And then the same thing on this side, and we're keeping fuel treatment, some line, gloves, just various tools that you might need while you're out on the water. Keep that stuff in there. And these are a pretty good size. I think they work well. Obviously, maybe they could be a little bit bigger that way, but then it'd be getting into your space for a 3rd battery, which obviously you need if you want to upgrade your trolling motor like we do. And then in here, you have your live well. I do believe it is a 19 or 21 gallon. Don't quote me on that, I cannot remember. And I'll put a little disclaimer there on the screen when I remember exactly, when I look at the spec sheet, how big it is. But I do believe it's a 19 or 21. And then here is just your typical battery setup. It comes with 2 interstate batteries. We'll be adding a 3rd for the trolling motor and your gas tank. So that's a quick run through of the features of kind of the interior of the boat. I will say that 2 things I will be doing, 3 things, including the trolling motor. The other two things are we are going to be adding the second console here for your co-angler. You know, I like the way they look too, but from a functionality standpoint, out in the morning on those cold days, or if it being windy, you know, and my mom definitely likes to go, my girlfriend likes to go, just a little something for them to be able to hunker down behind an extra console would be pretty nice. And then we are adding we have red LED deck lights for the front and the back casting decks. So that'll be nice. And then pretty much from there, just the basic, you know, changing out some of the bulbs for LED bulbs in the nav lights and the anchor light. So have a little bit, we'll kind of upgrade a little, just the little things here and there. And you can see here what it might look like with the other console located here. There is a video that I've seen of somebody installing it on our 175, so I'll definitely be using that video for reference when we do ours. So that's it for the boat itself. Let's talk about the motor. Now, as you can see here, this motor is a Mercury 115 horsepower 4-stroke. It's the ProXS version. So when you buy one of these boats, it comes standard with a 90 horse 4-stroke Mercury, which is a good motor, and then you can up to I believe it's a 115 horse, just 4-stroke Mercury, and then you can upgrade for, I think it's about $300 to upgrade to the ProXS version. And what the ProXS version is, for those of you who don't know, it is just a slightly higher tuned model for the 4-strokes. You can get about 300 extra RPM. I believe they raised the RPM from 6,000 to 6,300. So you just get a little bit more performance out of it. I think it only equates to maybe like 1 or 2 miles per hour. So, you know, if speed's not really your thing, then it probably isn't that worth that much of an upgrade. But for $300, I think it's definitely a good upgrade to do. And just the way that it looks on the boat, I mean, these new Mercury 4-strokes are beautiful, and I think it looks great, especially with the red and black of the boat. And then when you add the red and black graphics of the ProXS, it's a really good looking package for a boat. But yeah, so that's just a quick rundown of the new family boat. It is a 2018 Tracker ProTeam 190TX with a 115 horse Mercury ProXS 4-stroke. And I haven't had a chance to have it on the water yet. Like I said, I just got home, and I cannot wait to get out of that break-in and really open this thing up. So, I want to thank you for coming to my channel and watching the video with me. I want to give a huge thanks to the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Marine Group at Opry Mills in Nashville, Tennessee. That's where we got this boat. And if you guys ever need anything for a boat, I definitely recommend them. They were great, not pushy salesmen, nothing like that. They understood what we wanted, you know, worked with us on, we were looking at the 195, 175, 190, we were looking at all three, and they asked us basically, what do you need, what do you want, and what do you not really need? And that kind of eliminated the 195 because it had some things that we didn't really necessarily need for all the extra money. And then the 175 for us was just a little bit small, coming from a 16.5-foot boat already. We definitely tried to fish 3 people out of that boat, and it was tough. So getting into something just a little bit bigger was important to us. And so they worked with us, and I definitely recommend them if you're ever looking for a tracker boat or a nitro boat. You drop a like, leave a comment. This will be the focus of the summer for most of my content, fishing out of this boat and kind of running through just how the boat is in general. And on top of that, make sure you follow me on Instagram to keep up with what we're doing. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks.